maybe. So while he's working on getting that up, obviously what I'm here to talk about today are two different, okay, he's got it up, awesome. So two different things for you today is to talk about not only the Iowa network build out for FirstNet, but also some of the devices and things like that we've been getting a lot of questions on within the field. So it's a 5-year network build out plan. Obviously we are a little over a year into that build out. So there's 211 new sites in progress within Iowa. So that's 211 new sites. That does not count any sites that we have to upgrade, touch, etc., that are existing sites. Okay, so 82 sites have been on air. Actually, that number is a little wrong. It's actually 85 sites, so I can update that for you. It's 85 sites on air already since opt-in. So as you can see, we're ahead of schedule. As far as the progress goes throughout this, we're over a third of the way through the plan, and like I said, it's a year into the 5-year build-out plan. We've had 56 bandwidth expansion sites already. We have planned 134 baseband upgrades, and essentially what that means is we have to be able to touch the towers to be able to give not only the security that the FirstNet networks needs for public safety, but also the bandwidth for everybody to be able to use it for your data applications, voice calls, etc. Some of the recent sites that have just come on board in January, we have a site that went up in Clinton, Iowa. We had a site that went live in Montezuma, Iowa, a site in New Sharon, Iowa, and a site in Zwingle, Iowa. I also did want to highlight 2 sites that went live in Illinois that helps with some of our coverage on the Iowa-Illinois border, especially with River, in Hoop Hole, Illinois, and Cambridge, Illinois. So those can affect coverage, obviously, for any of our folks on the border there as well. So when you take a look at this, like I said, this is all in an effort to get to not only cover 99% of the population, but 98% of geography within the state of Iowa, which are the measurables through the FirstNet RFP. You have any questions today on this?
Big difference between covering population and geographics.
A huge difference.
When we first started this back in, and Sandy's been involved in. Yep. Yeah, we demanded that, and especially rural America.
Right.
And that's great that we are making you do that, because that is what we requested the most, was the geographic piece, not population.
Right. So commercial carriers always in the past have always built a population. They pretty much had ignored any type of geography coverage or rural coverage. So that was obviously a big part of what we're trying to get to for 98% geography is a base play. This is including AT&T and all the other commercial carriers. FirstNet is different. FirstNet is the public safety carrier. That's why we have these guidelines that the commercial carriers do not.
Because we can't predict where a tornado is going to go. We can't predict where the floodwaters are going.
We can't predict where you're going to get called to for anything.
That's so
any type of response.
What I'm getting at is that's why we, back in the day, requested that specific item.
Right.
You can't predict where you need it the most, and you have it.
Right. Any other questions on that?
Do you have a problem with us putting that on our blog?
No, and we are working on with legal having some maps that are approved for customers as well. I know it's been something that we've been asking for a little over a year and a half, especially me, asking for that to be able to share that, to give more information out, to be able to see the coverage. You can go to, any customer can go to AT&T.com, to FirstNet.com to take a look at coverage, or reach out to myself or your local AT&T rep to understand the coverage in your specific area better as well.
Okay.
Any other questions there?
Thank you.
Okay, perfect, thanks.